Total Media Sports Network presents Boyd County Lions Volleyball live on Kool TV. Now let's go to the Boyd County High School for pregame coverage of Boyd County Volleyball live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from the campus of Boyd County High School. Welcome into the pregame show here on Kool TV as we get you set for volleyball. Final week of the regular season and a final district matchup between these two in the 64th district as the Boyd County Lions entertain the Fairview Eagles. Good evening, everyone. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here. Fairview rolls in at 13-15 on the season. Boyd County sits at 10-14. These two teams will meet each other next Monday night. They will play in the opening round of the 64th district tournament that will be right here, and then the district championship game will play on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. We'll have the stream for that one beginning at 6:50. A rematch between these two that played on the second game of the season for the Lions. They won that one in straight sets, 25-13, 25-15, 25-20, picking up their first win of the season. Leading the way, Peyton Jones and Lila Thornberry each had 7 kills. Sophia Clark and Adria Queen kicked in 6. Haley Barnett with 5 kills and 3 blocks. Also, Sophia Clark with 3 blocks. 4 aces for Peyton Jones. The Lions turned in 9 that night as they rolled to the first win of the 25 campaign. For Fairview, the game against Boyd County, that was game number 7 of the season. As they had an early start, Madison Loving paced the Eagles with 5 kills and a pair of aces. Carly Caldwell had 4 kills, and then a handful of players that registered 2 or fewer. So JV action went in favor of Boyd County earlier, and both teams going through their final warm-up procedures here as they get ready to get things underway here for the final week of the regular season of 2025 volleyball. We'll step out for a break. We come back, we'll break down the matchup and get you ready for first serve. Boyd County and Fairview as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Back here in Cannonsburg as we get you set for Boyd County and Fairview in the final week of the regular season. Looking at Fairview, fell last time out to Greenup County in straight sets, 25-12, 25-6, 25-12. Had a win last Wednesday over Hannon, West Virginia, in straight sets, and then an earlier week loss on Tuesday over in Raceland in a very competitive matchup. 27-25, the Rams won it in set 1. Then it was 25-20 in set 2, and then 25-22 in the third and decisive set. So, again, the district, it'll be Ashland and Rose Hill in the first round. That game will play at 6, I believe. And then Boyd County and Fairview will play at 7:30 on Monday. And then the two winners will meet here Tuesday night at 7. And we'll have the coverage of the district championship game right here on Kool TV. And then the following week, starting on the 27th, it'll be Region Volleyball at Raceland. And the entire regional tournament we'll have right here on Kool TV. Monday, Tuesday will be opening round games, semifinals on Wednesday, and then championship game on Thursday. And then off to the semi-state round, if you will, for the team that advances out for the 16th region. Boyd County with still one game to play. They'll go to Rowan County tomorrow night to close out the regular season. This will be the first time they faced Rowan this season. Rowan a good season under their tutelage this year. They're second in the region in RPI. Third in wins. Ashland leads the way at 28-4. Russell's at 21-6. Then Rowan at 20-6. And then you got to go all the way down to West Carter to find another team with a winning record. That's at 14-7. Raceland sits fourth in the region in RPI, but they're at 13-16. They'll play Ashland tomorrow night. Then you've got Boyd County at 10-14. Rounding things out after Fairview is Fleming County, East Carter, Lewis, Rose Hill, Morgan, Menifee, and Bath. And, of course, for some reason, Greenup County is not included within the 16th region standings and numbers and everything. Not really sure why, but they are not listed there, so that's the reason you didn't hear me say their name. That's why. They're not listed with where they would be, so you can't even get an RPI ranking for Greenup right now because they're not listed with a region. So that's the reason you did not hear them in there, but they've won, I think they're at 21 or 22 wins on the season. So a really solid group for them. They will play Raceland in the opening round of the 63rd District Tournament. Russell will play Lewis County. And then, like I said, it will be at Raceland for the 16th Region Tournament coming up starting on the 27th. Hard to believe we have reached the end point of the season. It seems like things have gone so quickly throughout this year with between football, soccer, volleyball, and that means that, of course, basketball is just around the corner as we've got 2 days for the first official day of basketball in the 25-26 campaign to October 15th. That's your kind of your tax day, if you will, for high school hoops in Kentucky. So that's the first day that teams can start having organized practices. And we all know how that breaks down, and the backside of it is an organized practice is show up at an open gym and try to get as much reps in as you possibly can. But that's where things will get headed here very soon, as it won't be too long before it'll be first week of December, and we'll be playing basketball in the Bluegrass. So both teams going through their final huddles, getting ready for this last district matchup here in the 64th District. And again, these two teams will play their third match of the year next Monday night in the 64th District Tournament that will play right here at Boyd County High School. Let's see if we're going to get a national anthem or not. Yep, we will. All right, we'll step out for a break for the national anthem. We'll play volleyball when we return after this here on Kool TV.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. Back here in Cannonsburg as our national anthem being finished up, and we're about ready for some volleyball action here. Fairview will be in the gray jerseys tonight, and the black bottoms, Boyd County in the red bottoms and the black jerseys. Fairview first with the introductions. And it's no secret, the player that they will be trying to run everything through is Madison Loving. She paces the team with 278 kills on the season. Zoe Grant is in triple digits now at 102. Sabrina Grant at 80. Carly Caldwell at 56. They serve it well. From the service line, Zoe Grant 63 aces on the season. Now for Boyd County, you've got hitters all the way across the net. Lila Thornberry, 140 kills. Peyton Jones, 166. Adria Queen at 110. Haley Barnett at 94. Natalie Ruggles at 62. Sophia Clark at 78. I mean, you take your pick there, what you want to do across the net, and they serve it fairly well, too. Again, they've got 173 aces on the season as a team, but it's very distributed well. Leading the way there is Peyton Jones at 35. You got three players in the 20s and a couple of players that's right there close by, not too far away. So, all right, both teams meeting center court for the introductory handshake, and we're about ready to get things rolling here tonight in what'll be the final home game of the regular season for the Lions. First time with us here on the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you see something you like, hit that bell. Each time we put out new material, we'll alert you directly to your mobile devices. Great look there inside the huddle with the Boyd County Lions. Jamie Clark, your head coach. Rick Lambert, the head coach for the Eagles. Rick's been doing this for a very long time. He knows a little bit about volleyball. Both of these two head coaches do. And it looks like, judging how they're starting, I believe Boyd County's going to have the serve to start things off, but nobody has made a fret toward the service line. Paige Van Bibber waiting to check in for Fairview as the libero. Bailey Moore will be the libero for Boyd County. She'll wear the white jersey tonight. And it's going to be Fairview serving first. It'll be Sabrina Grant. Grant hits just a driving serve over top of the net. So both teams' rotations being verified, and we're about ready for some volleyball here to get things underway. All right, Van Bibber off. Madison Caskill working that back row. Loving across the front row. Up there also is Carly Caldwell And I cannot see the other player's number. He is guarded for the moment, but I'll check here in just a second. There we go. It's number 7. That's Bree Moore. All right, here we go. Sabrina Grant to start things off in set number 1. Good service, Moore with the receive near side. And Queen with a big swing down the pipe. Fairview evens things at 1. And a service error for Bree Moore. So 2-1 Boyd as they side out. Now Lila Thornberry. And a big swing. That one from the far corner. Peyton Jones fires it home and picks up the kill. Look at on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Going cross court. And an attack error at the net by Zoe Grant. 4-1 Boyd. Loving on the outside, down the line, Moore. Ruggles blocked at the net. Fairview sides out. They trail at 4-2. And back to serve is Carly Caldwell. Jones trying to go back line, but got that one too stiff. Free ball sent over by the Eagles. There's a push off to Jones, but she goes into the net on the attack, and we're even at 4. Back corner and pops that one home. That was on Ruggles. Nice back set there by Cassie Porter. Queen to the service line now. Loving on a free ball. There's Barnett down the pipe, dug from the back row. Ruggles again and laces one through. That little back set there from Porter has been on point. 6-4 Lions. Queen back to work. And an ace. First ace of the ball game. 7-4. Caldwell flips it across on 2. Porter pushes it back out to the far side. Jones comes cross court. Van Bibber with a dig. And then Loving fires that one across and picks up the point for Fairview. Her first kill of the night. Didn't get a lot on it, but right there where it needed to go. So she'll go back to the service line, trailing 7-5 here in set 1. There's Moore, bumps it up front. Jones off the tape. And this one's dug out of bounds, and it picks up the point for Boyd County. Trying to dig it from the back row there and could not play it up. So Laura Chafin now, one of the 10 seniors in this group. High floating serve back row. Loving too deep. She will attack from that 10-foot line. Not afraid to swing, and she will score from there as well. That's one of the things you've got to guard about is when she's on the court, she's dangerous from any spot on the floor. She'll pop out and across. More from the back row. Here's a push Jones on a touch, and a soft touch it was. Perfect positioning there by Peyton Jones to put home for the point. And Boyd County doubling up the Eagles now. Loving puts that one down. Brought it near side and just inside the line. So Paige Van Bibber for the Eagles, left-handed service. Chafin up front, back set to Jones. Loving down the pipe, and Barnett blocks that one away. So now Peyton Jones, you see her on her commercial with the Boyd County Health Department. Did a phenomenal job in that. And picking up a point there is going to be Sabrina Grant, excuse me. She was a little shocked. You can see the look on her face like, did I really just get that one? Audrey Ratliff into the contest. Jones will take a seat. This one's into the net. So side out Boyd. They lead at 12-7. And the senior of Bailey Moore back to the service line. Moore, the twin sister of Aubrey Moore, who will be playing in the regional tournament coming up on Thursday in soccer. Timeout, Fairview. They will play the winner of West Carter and Fleming County. Or no, West Carter and... Hang on, now I'm drawing. I've got too many games going in my head. Hang on. West Carter, Rowan County. Greenup and Fleming County was on the boys' side of things. So they'll play the winner of that game Thursday night at 8 in Grayson. The 16th Region Tournament, East Carter Middle School there at Bill Tickner Memorial Soccer Complex. We'll have the call of the game at 8 o'clock or somewhere thereabouts. So, again, it's all about how quickly that first game plays. In the front end of that matchup will be East Carter playing the winner of Menifee and Russell. That game will start at 6. And in the girls' championship, we'll play Saturday at 11 a.m. If Boyd County advances into the championship game, we'll have that game for you right here on Kool TV. All right, out of the Eagles' timeout. Boyd County with the service, leading 13-7 here in set one. And Bailey Moore back to work. Moore from the back row. Push out to the far side and getting the tip off the net. And getting that one home is Lila Thornberry. – 14-7. Lions doubling up the Eagles here in the first frame. Free ball over to the Lions. Chafin brings it near side, a bump across by Sophia Clark. Clark on a free ball, deep to the back row. Boyd County back in system. Here comes Queen, going back corner. And puts that one home with authority as it goes all the way into the stands on the far side. Adria Queen picking up her second kill of the match. And it's 15-7 Boyd County. Good service by Moore. Queen on a push. Chafin scrambling, and Boyd County's not going to be able to play that one across. Got an ill-advised touch there as Fairview went on two. A little ninja kill action there up front by Carly Caldwell. So now Grant to the service line. Boyd plays it out of the net, but they got into the net. Again, that's two things you can't do. You cannot get into the net, and your feet cannot go past that line in between the two sides of the court when you go on an attack. That's a great serve there by Grant. Moore chasing it down. Chafin with a free ball. Great job by the Lions. There's Caldwell up front. Here comes Loving through the double block attempt. Big dive and save by Moore on the far line. We play on. A great rally here in this point. Chafin steps two. Clark. Queen goes line. And Fairview can't play it across. Take a look at this save by Moore on this attack. That's phenomenal. Madison Loving tried to go line with it, and Bailey Moore played it up right in front of her bench. Now, Cassie Porter, the junior. And Madison Loving on the attack here into the double block there. And Boyd County's lead is now 17-9. Ruggles with the left-handed swing and the finish. Her third kill of the match. As the lead grows to 9, timeout Fairview. 18-9 here in the first frame. Fairview takes its second timeout. Fairview still with a handful of games to go. They'll go to Russell tomorrow. They're at home Thursday against East Carter, and then they're going to play in the Kitten Classic Volleyball Tournament this Saturday over at Ashland. They'll start things off against Leslie County. A handful of games on tap for that one. Pikeville playing Russell, Shelby Valley playing Russell. Russell versus Huntington, and Pikeville playing Huntington as well. And then, of course, I'm sure Ashland's in the mix there with some of those games that they've still got to sift in for theirs. Again, they've only got a handful of games they can play. Ashland's already played 32 games. You get 35 in the season, I believe. 35 or 36 in volleyball. So they don't have a lot left. Let me see what they've got. Raceland and Russell still to go tomorrow night and Thursday, respectively, both at home. So that would take them to 34 games. So they may have a tournament they're not even able to be a part of due to games that they've played. Boyd will go to Rowan County tomorrow night, and that'll wrap up regular season play for them. And then back here on Monday night, as they'll play the 2 versus 3 matchup against this same team here at Fairview. All right, Porter puts us back underway. Porter on a push to the far side. Thornberry off the tip. Free ball over by the Eagles. Porter back up front. Here comes Queen. Down it goes. Adria Queen with a perfect set and finish. 10-point lead for the Lions. Queen's third kill of the match. Good service. Fairview runs it down. Loving chasing it into the stands. There's Ruggles going back corner, but that one's too stiff. So sign out Fairview. They trail it by 9. All right, Bree Moore, the senior, back to do the service work for the Eagles. There's a back set to Queen and a laser beam. Her 4th kill of the match. That back set has been deadly for Boyd County here in this first frame. 20-10. The lead's back to 10 now. Thornberry off. Checking in is Josie Crank, one of those 10 seniors. And she'll go to the service line and see if she can finish things out here. Porter tries to go on 2. It's received on the far side. Loving with the attack on the push. Back set. Jones down the line. Fairview plays it across. Nice job. They go back to Peyton Jones and a bullet, but it's too stiff as it goes out of the back of the end line, and the point goes to Fairview on the attack error from Peyton Jones. So Carly Caldwell. A service error by her. Third service error of the match for Fairview, who is hitting at a -143. Boyd at a 375 so far. Lila Thornberry is going to pick up an ace. Excuse me, that was Adria Queen, my mistake. I looked at my numbers wrong there. So her second ace. She's had a good first frame. 22-11. Loving with a big swing. Queen from the back row. Crank lofts it across. Crank punches that one up, but Boyd County can't play it across. And the point goes to Fairview. They trail it by 10. Madison Loving to the back row now. 22-12 here in the opening set. And kind of looked like when she hit it off of her hand, just it didn't sound right when it came off of her hand. 4th service error by the Eagles. You could just tell when it came off of her hand, something didn't sound quite right. So now Laura Chafin, one of those 10 seniors, back to the service line. 2 points away from calling it a winner in set number 1. Here's Loving. And into the net. And it's set point for Boyd County here in the first. Van Bibber out of the back row with a dig. And on the near side, the attack by Olivia Mead goes into the net. Boyd County takes set number 1, 25-12. We'll step out for a break. We come back for set number 2. Lions in front, 1-0. Back after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luz, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Well, you may have heard there, Buffalo is now tied Josh Allen with a touchdown run. I forgot to turn my microphone off. I try to stay away from hot mic moments, too, by the way. 1-0 Fairview lead. Boyd County wins set number 125-12. Boyd County hits it at a 375. Adria Queen with 4 kills in the match. Jones and Ruggles each with 3. 3 service aces for the Lions. For Fairview, minus 333 hitting. Loving with 2 kills, Grant with 1, 4 service errors, yet without an ace for the Eagles, who are still in their huddle in the final 15 seconds here in set number 2, getting ready to go. All right, Boyd County will start us with the service. Again, they stay on the left side of your screen in the black jerseys. Bailey Moore getting ready to check in, wearing the white libero jersey. Paige Van Bibber in the black libero jersey for Fairview. She'll check in and replace Zoe Grant. So across the front row right now is Lila Thornberry near side, Queen in the middle, and Ruggles far side. All right, Moore's in. Going off will be Barnett. And it'll be Cassie Porter to start us off on the service line. So Jones will be the next person to rotate to the front line. And off to set number 2 we go. And we start things off with an ace. Porter's first, Boyd County's 4th ace of the match. They open up set number 2 with an ace and a 1-0 lead. Loving smacks it across. There's a push to the far side, Thornberry. Loving with a deep push. Jones runs that one down. Ruggles lines it up and a big swing near side, finishes for the point. Hit it through the double block. And out of bounds. Nice swing there as Natalie Ruggles picks up her 4th kill of the match. 2-0 Boyd. Back set and into the net. Thornberry goes from the far pin and delivers. Laces that one to the back row. Her 2nd kill of the match. Boyd County just moving it with ease right now. Again, when you get a team that gets into system, I don't care which team it is, things happen. And when you get teams that can't get into system, which is where Fairview's currently in the middle of, it's tough no matter what you're doing. Everything just goes sideways. And it's a flip of a switch. A team can get the right ball to get themselves back into system, and then things start flowing. And so far, Boyd County's done a really good job of keeping Fairview out of system, but right there's a big hit for Madison Loving, who finishes down the pipe. And sides out off the tip ball there at the net. So you pick up your first point. You put your best server of Sabrina Grant on the service line. Queen off the tip, far line. Dug off that back row by Madison Caskey. There's a push out to Thornberry. She lines that one up. Grant runs it down on the back line. Good job there by the Eagles. Boyd County back in system again. Here comes Ruggles, back row. Grant digs it out. And another big swing by Madison Loving as she goes from the near side pin to the far side pin. Back-to-back kills for her. And just like that, Fairview's got a little surge going. Jones plays it up front. It'll be a free ball attempt by Ruggles, and she sends that one into the face of the net, and as quickly as it was 5-0, it's 5-3. Jones from that back row. Big swing, Grant for the dig. And Loving through the block attempt at the net by Queen and Ruggles, and it's a 1-point game here in set number 2. As Madison Loving just picks up her 5th. And that's an ace. As I was saying, as quickly as it can go 5-0, it can become 5-5. 5 straight for the Eagles. We're even at 5 here in set 2. Queen, what a swing and a dig at the net. And Fairview picks up the point. I don't know that this was actually a block, as it was just a pinball off of a forehead. So 6-5 Eagles as they take a 6-0 run. And Queen delivers that one with a little bit of frustration as it goes down for the point. Her 5th kill. Get just a perfect ball there at the net that you can go up and come right down on. That's what you want those big hitters at the net to be able to do. Diving save, Moore, back row. And a cross-court attack by Jones. Bends wide. And Fairview goes back out in front by 1. 7-6 Eagles. Bree Moore for the service line. Jones pops that one across. Caskey got to it, and then Loving on the free ball. Here comes Queen on a push, and she'll finish for the point. Again, sometimes at those big hitters at the net, you're just looking for that opening, and that time she found the opening with the push to the back row. She'll get the service work, all even at 7, her 6th kill of the match. And that one's a deep one that's out of bounds. Trying to flirt with that back line. Boyd County's first service error of the match. So the freshman Carly Caldwell. There's Porter up front, leaves this one to Barnett through the double block attempt. Fairview flips it across. Nice diving save on the near side by Zoe Grant. And then a big hit by Peyton Jones, and it's blocked out of bounds, and she'll pick up the point. Even at 8. And Laura Chafin. Boyd leads the match 1-0, 25-12 winners in set number 1. Loving blocked to the net, digs that one back up. Fires that one over on a free ball and sends that one out of bounds. So Boyd back in front by 1. Boyd started the set on a 5-0 run. Fairview made it a 6-0 run to take the lead, their first lead of the match. Here's Jones from the outside pin to the back row. That's Kylie Parks who's checked in, and an error on the play ahead by Fairview gives Boyd County a 2-point edge. And a big hit by Zoe Grant through the double block attempt of Boyd County. A little late getting their hands there, and she was able to split the difference. So now back to the line is Madison Loving. Only a junior. And a service error for her as Boyd County will side out and push the lead back to 2. And now Peyton Jones. So Jones, that running service. Fairview plays it across. Jones will play it back up front to Chafin. Here comes Thornberry. Down it goes. Perfect set to that outside pin. Thornberry's third kill of the match. 12-9. Boyd County's lead is 3. And another big swing this time, Sophia Clark. And that's what I talked about in pregame. When Boyd County gets everybody going, you can have hitters coming from anywhere across the net. Perfect back set to her, and the lead's back to 4. Big block at the net. Let's have a block party. And all of a sudden, Boyd County has pushed the lead back to 5. Clark back-to-back kills. 14-9. Nice service by Jones there. Outside push to Thornberry off the tape. Van Bibber plays it back in, Loving on a free ball. Barnett a little bit off balance. Still got that one on a nice run to the back row and a laser beam across the tape as Loving connects on another. Her 6th of the match. And again, just because you put her on the back row doesn't mean that her attack stops. She attacks so well from that 10-foot line. So now the southpaw of Paige Van Bibber. And Thornberry delivers off the far pin. Kill number 4 for her. Fairview tried to get there with a double block, and she just beat it with power. So a 5-point lead for Boyd. A point here would give them their largest lead of the set. Fairview trying to put together a little bit of a run of their own again. Thornberry trying to go back corner, but hit that one too deep. Thornberry off balance, falling out of bounds, saves it back across. Free ball sent back over to the Lions. Clark on a push. Confusion up at the net. And Adria Queen says, I'll fix it right here. Queen's 7th of the night. See if I got it. I think I got it and I hit the button too soon. That was my mistake. Yeah, here it is. So 16-11. Boys lead us 5. And Cassie Porter. Excuse me, Casey Porter. Porter leaves it up for Queen. She'll shove it to the far line. Loving out of the back row. Thornberry, a dart. Goes down, and the lead grows to 6. Perfect set from Porter. to that far pin. You know, when you see the ball with the trajectory in that position, that means you caught it at the point to where you can drive down on the ball. And that's what you want your hitters to be able to do. There's some confusion up at the net as Bree Moore was having to navigate through her own player. And timeout Fairview. So 18-11 here in the second frame. Boyd County has opened up its largest in the second set. Again, coming up here Monday night will be the opening round of the 64th District Tournament. It will be Ashland versus Rose Hill in the 1 versus 4. Boyd County versus Fairview in the 2 versus 3. District Championship Tuesday night at 7. We'll have that game for you right here on Kool TV. Girls Regional Soccer Tournament gets underway this week. Boyd County has drawn a bye, so they'll play Thursday night at 8 o'clock. They'll play against the winner of Rowan County and West Carter. Both teams who they have sizable wins over this year, by the way. Russell drawing on the other side of the bracket. So Russell plays Menifee County in their opening round game. East Carter drew the other bye. So the winner of that Russell-Menifee County game will play East Carter in the first semifinal on Thursday. And in the girls' championship game, will play at 11 o'clock Saturday morning in Grayson. All of those games over at East Carter Middle School at Bill Tickner Memorial Soccer Complex. We will have all the Boyd County games right here for you on Kool TV. So we will have Thursday night's game for certain. They win that one, we'll have it on Saturday morning. All right, out of the Fairview timeout, 18-11, Boyd County trying to make it a 2-0 lead here in the match. And Madison Loving drives that one into the net as the lead grows to 8. Boyd raced out to a 5-0 lead in this set. Fairview, a 6-0 run, pulled it to a 1-point lead. We volleyed for position for a moment, and then Boyd County got things rolling again. There goes Ruggles with that big left-handed swing and goes to the far corner for another one. Her 5th. That back set from Porter tonight has been deadly. And a good drive down the near sideline by Bree Moore. Her first kill of the match. So Sabrina Grant, she served her team back in this set the first time through. Loving back on that front row as well. Here's Porter, Thornberry, and a big block out of bounds as she lets it fly with fury. I'm getting trigger happy. Thornberry's 6th. Now Josie Crank. And Loving connects. So Bree Moore, the senior, back to the service line. 6 seniors on this year's team for the Eagles. Moore runs it down on the back line. Here comes Jones. Down it goes. It's dug from the back line by Grant. Fairview with a free ball. Here comes Queen. Queen into 2 players and finishes. Her 8th of the match. So 22-13. She'll go to the service line now. It's a knuckleball across the net. And then a ninja kill up front from Carly Caldwell. It's one of my favorites I love with setters when they just quickly flip it across there on 2. And she'll go back to the service line. Down by 8 are the Eagles. 22-14 here in the second frame. Ruggles flips that one across. Diving save by Grant out of the back row. And then Fairview kind of got hung between who was going to play it across, and nobody gets to it. So point Boyd County. Laura Chafin coming back on. She'll replace Ruggles. And she'll do the service work, needing 2 points to close it out for a 2-0 lead here in the match. Floating service to Loving. They push it back to Loving on the far pin with a touch across with finesse. Loving can swing with the best. That one right there was just a soft little touch when she sees the double block coming, and that's when you have a good player that understands how to read the floor. So she'll go back to the service line now. 23-15, Eagles trailing. Here's Barnett with a punch across. And Grant into the net on the far pin, and it's set point for Boyd County here in the second. And it'll be Peyton Jones. More out of the back row. Back to Thornberry, and what a laser beam to the back row. It goes home and gives Boyd County a 2-0 lead here in the match. Thornberry's 7th kill of the match. And it's 25-15 final in set 2. We go to set 3, and we'll return after this here on Kool TV.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. We head to set number 3. 2 games and unlead. Boyd County has it. Unofficial stats, Boyd County hitting it at .486. Lila Thornberry with 7 kills. Adria Queen with 8. 4 aces for the Lions. Fairview hitting at a 0 at the moment. That they've gotten away from the negative. They were negative .333 coming into the set. Madison Loving with 8 kills. She had 6 in that frame. Service errors, though, have been 5. And that's been a bugaboo that has kind of haunted this Fairview team, especially whenever they got an opportunity to get things going there in that second set. They were down 5-0, served 6 in a row, and then kind of volleyed back and forth for position until Boyd County got it across 10 and then kind of pulled away there to finish things out. So Fairview to serve here in the third set. Trying to avoid the sweep. They've got to win 3 consecutive, but you got to start with the first one. So Sabrina Grant will start us off. Set 3 underway. What a find and a leave at the net for Boyd County. That was beauty. Take a look at this on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Porter just kind of flips it backward to Queen, and Queen comes right down the pipe for the kill. You can't draw that one up. You'll see that one on the top 10 coming up Monday. Just deep there by Porter on the service error. Again, on our Facebook page, each Monday at 11 a.m., we have our top 10 from the games that we've had throughout the week that we've either streamed live or had people going to cover with highlights and so forth. Thornberry's attack from the near pin deep. Fairview leads at 2-1. I will promise you that play right there that we just saw from the set from Porter to Adria Queen, that one will be in the top 10 coming up this week. Queen's had a great night tonight, too. She got started early. That was the big thing. And sometimes that's all, especially for a hitter, that's what you need. Just that psyche of seeing that first ball go down. And then after that, things happen, and they start to pick up. 2 points becomes 4, and 4 becomes 6. And just you have to build off of that momentum. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. And we saw that in the second set. Boyd County started off 5-0. Fairview answered 6-0. Carly Caldwell into the net. That has been the bugaboo tonight for this Fairview team. Their 6th service error, and that's uncharacteristic for them. They serve it very well. So now Adria Queen picks up an ace. Four 4-3 Lions here in the third frame. Off the tape and dumps it in. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you can just say both. Ruggles back in there on that left-handed side. Crank. Porter on a push. Jones with a soft touch with finesse. That was nice. Even when Boyd gets scrambling, they still find a way to get those points down. 6-3, they lead it here in set 3. Loving winds up, blocked at the net. Barnett turned that one away. And Boyd couldn't play that one up. A good swing there at the net by Zoe Grant to side out and pick up the point. Now Madison Loving to the service line. Trailing 6-4 here in the third. And she's going to pick up an ace. Her first ace of the match. Only the second for the Eagles. They have the lead down to 1, or 6-5 now. Ruggles goes back row. Van Bibber digs it out. Jones lines it up. Loving digs from the back row. Good rally here. And then Fairview can't play it up after the dig. Some miscommunication there at the front. So Boyd County gets the point. They'll side out. They lead at 7-5. And Laura Chafin back to the service line. Loving for another. She just picks the right angle of attack a lot of times, and Moore trying to get that diving save on the back row. So Paige Van Bibber, the sophomore, southpaw, trying to even things at 7 here in the third frame. Barnett slaps that one across. Van Bibber chases it out of bounds. Jones with a big hit. Loving down the pipe. Crank from the back row. Jones on a soft touch. Moore to Moore. Back set. Off to Clark now. Good rally here. And down the line for the point from the back row. And we're even at 7. Kylie Parks. And Van Bibber drops that one in a bucket. And Fairview takes their first lead here in the third. It's 8-7 Eagles. What a swing there by Peyton Jones. She looked like she was going up to dunk the ball more than hit it. What a big hit by her. Into the double block attempt. Her 6th kill of the night. She'll go to the service line now, tied at 8. Another big swing of the net, this time from Sophia Clark. That one went to the second level. 9-8 Lions. Barnett slams on the brakes, plays that one across. Got a little bit off balance there as the set was not where she wanted it. They go back out to Thornberry, and Thornberry laces one to the hardwood here at the high school. Her 8th kill of the night. Let's give it again because I know I had that one. (11-8). Grant on a push, back corner, and puts it home. Nice read there by Zoe Grant. Just went down that line for the point. So Kylie Parks, the 8th grader. Played in 24 of the 28 games the Eagles team's played in this season. She bends this one out of bounds on the near line. She'll step off, back in as Olivia Mead, and back to the service line for Boyd County's Bailey Moore. 12-9 Lions here in the third. Again, just some confusion at the net for Fairview. And the lead is out to 4 now for the Lions. Mead pops it across. Thornberry outside and into the net. Hasn't done that often tonight. Only her 3rd attack error. Boyd County still hitting at a near 500, 488. That's an efficient night at the office. Good service, nearly returned, but it's an ace. That's something that you get from Sabrina Grant from that service line. She hits a worm burner, if you will, across the top of that tape. And it is tough to return. And that one, she tried to flirt with the top of the net, just could not play it across. So the 8th service error of the night for Fairview. And now Casey Porter in. 14-11. Lions in front by 3 here in the third. That one's down the line and too stiff out of the back line for Loving. Give it another one. An ace for Porter on that one. 5-point edge. Meade off, Madison Caskey on. Two seniors replacing each other. (16-11) Lions. Trying to make quick work of the Eagles here in this final home game. Porter steps 2. Push off to Thornberry, lofts this one across. Grant out of the back row. Moore plays it back up front. Free ball coming over by the Lions. And the Lions can't play it up. They got kind of hung trying to play it quickly. Fairview just smacked it back across. So side out Eagles and Bree Moore. Down by 4. Queen off balance, but it still goes home. That's the kind of night it's been for her. Her 10th of the evening. Did get the set that she wanted, but she kind of had to slam the brakes on and make a nice in-air adjustment, if you will. And still had enough to find a hole there in the defense. Now Josie Crink. Boom. Goes Peyton Jones. Her 7th of the evening. That one's all the way down to the concession stand. Bring me a hot dog on your way back. Of course, we're baseball and softball. Everybody knows that I am a connoisseur of lemonades. And there is no better lemonade in the world than what you get at Boyd County. I probably drank about 5 gallons of lemonade during the regional baseball tournament this year. They just kept bringing them. Jones with another. Back-to-back kills for the senior. Her 8th. 19-12, lead to 7. Left-handed swing, this time from Ruggles. Timeout Fairview. Ruggles 6th of the night. And the Lions 5 points away from closing things out in straight sets here on this final regular season game of the 2025 campaign. We'll go to Rowan County tomorrow night. Fairview has still a handful of games to play, including that little mini tournament, if you will, they've got over at Ashland this weekend. And then back here on Monday night to play Boyd County in the district tournament. Regional tournament starts the 27th of this month. It'll go the 27th through the 30th over at Raceland. 63rd district will be Russell as the 1, Greenup as the 2, Raceland as the 3, Lewis as the 4. Greenup's only losses in district were to Russell. Russell a perfect slate through district play, 6-0 this year. Raceland's 2 wins in district coming against Lewis County. All right, out of the timeout, off we go. Loving from the outside. Ruggles digs it at the net. Free ball by Moore. And that was too stiff on the attack from Grant. 21-12. This is a rematch of game number 2 for Boyd It was game number 7 for Fairview back in August. Jones finishes with an emphatic boom off the floor. Again, you cannot allow her to get that outside like that with a single block or any block at that matter coming at her. That one got on Van Bibber before she could even do anything with it. Loving blocked at the net as it turned away from the double block of Jones and Barnett. (23-13). Porter, a nice adjustment. Ruggles pushed to the back corner. Back to Jones. She's had the hot hand. She's got it again off the tip. And it's match point as Peyton picks up her 10th of the night. Now Adria Queen trying to finish things out. But into the net she goes with a service error. 5th service error tonight. So now Loving with match point on the line, and it goes into the net. And that's going to be your match. 25-14. Boyd County wins it in the 3rd set. They win the match 3-0. Hat tip to my camera guy tonight, Trey Collier. Big thanks to Pete Fraley and all the great folks here, Jamie Clark and his staff. Always a pleasure coming over to Boyd County. Again, Boyd County back in action tomorrow night. They go to Rowan County, and then district tournament starts up here Monday night. Ashland and Rose Hill in the first game. Boyd and Fairview in game 2, and then the district championship game here Tuesday night at 7. You can catch that action right here on Kool TV. That's it for us tonight. Boyd County wins it in straight sets 3-0 over Fairview. For Trey Collier, I'm James Collier saying so long from Boyd County.
Thank you for watching another Boyd County volleyball broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Boyd County Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.